Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob from Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a very special unboxing. Something that came in from KnifeSaga Official. So this box came in, somebody in the family opened this up thinking that it was something else, and I said, no, don't open this up because this is something I'm supposed to be opening up to share with you guys as far as my experience talking about the knives. KnifeSaga reached out to me and said, hey, we have some kitchen knives, we'd love for you to check them out. And I said, hey, you know, I'm not a chef. I'm not a kitchen knife expert. I love nice kitchen knives. I typically have Wüsthof in the house. That's what I use. I have a few Henkels that my dad has had since years and years ago. I mean, they're decades, almost 50 years old, some of them. So they're pretty classic. And then one other knife company let me check out some of their knives, Knife Joy, and a good knife for the price. But this seemed a little different. So we're going to check these out. Kind of excited to check these out because, I know there's different types of knives for different, people, and as far as like quality you're willing to spend on, money, what style of knife you like. I thought I was just going to get a couple of knives to check out, but this feels kind of big. So we're going to open this, technically reopen it. So I'm going to open it so we can go and take a look. And today I'm opening it with my Spyderco Para 3. This is the MagnaCut version with the RG Custom Metalworks full custom scales and the polished titanium CME added. This becomes a very, very fancy knife. So I love this knife. It's one of my fancy ones I do actually carry and use. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into the box here. Kind of hiding the personal information over there. So let's take a look. I said there was one box inside, so let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. All right, so go beyond. All right, oh, it's a little thing here. What is this? You order, all right, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. Okay, this is it's a whole knife set. It's a 14-piece premium Japanese high carbon stainless steel with a block. Very cool. All right, so I suspect I'm gonna probably have to return this one. I probably will not be able to keep this. All right, so you got a little silicate. That's always nice to have. I'll just throw that back in the box. Let's see. Oh, wait, this is heavy. Hold on. I knew the box was heavy. All right, so let me just kind of get the box off screen here. I'm gonna toss it on the floor. All right, so now we're gonna have another box right here. All right, this is a big one. Okay, so go beyond. Nice box. I like the look of it. What do we got here? All right, so this is the let's see here, New York design, made in China. All right, so it's made overseas, which, I have a lot of Chinese knives. I love my Chinese knives. I can get stuff made in China and Taiwan. So they make good stuff. If you get the right manufacturer, KnifeSaga right here, looks pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this box over here. See what we got in here, and I'll share it over with you guys. All right, first thing that's in here is this, you are important. Nice little touch. Oh, I must have opened that. All right, so let's take a look. User manual, okay. I guess it teaches us how to use a knife. So let's take a look. Oh wait, this is one card. Oh, I thought it was two different cards. It felt like cards. Oh, this is a folder. All right. So let's look at this user manual. All right, so let's take a look. All right, about care. All right, washing them, maintain best performance. For use wood or plastic cutting board, avoid using it on hard surfaces. For best performance and longest lifespan, we recommend hand washing your knife. Dry thoroughly after washing. Yep, actually leaving your knives wet will dull your blades much, much more quickly. So basically, it pits and oxidizes the areas that's really exposed to the oxygen. So, I mean, you can get into that. Don't use a dishwasher. I would never use a dishwasher for any of my premium knives. I mean, putting a kitchen knife in the dishwasher is like putting your Spyderco or Shirogorov or Benchmade or, I don't know, Koenig or whatever in the dishwasher. Don't do it. About how to use a sharpener. Okay, so, it talks about a whetstone. You can place a non-slip mat underneath the sharpening stone to prevent it from slip. What sharpening stone? Is there a sharpening stone that comes with this? Oh, I don't think I saw one. Okay. Hold on. Oh, maybe it's in the other box. Okay, yeah. There's another box underneath. Okay, so there's two boxes in there. We'll take a look here in a second. All right, so one's probably going to be the butcher block. The other one's probably going to be the knives. Maybe it's in one of those. All right, we'll take a look. All right. I didn't know it came with a sharpening stone. That's cool. Okay, or sharpening rod. All right. Different angle. Oh, it tells you the angle right there. It looks like, what is that? That is, come on, focus for me. Oh, I gotta look at it because I can't see it. It's really small. Oh, 15, 20 degrees. All right, that's about right. I usually sharpen my kitchen knives 17 degrees, so that makes sense. Let's see here. It says about 20 degrees. Yeah, 17, 20 degrees I think is about best. Place the knife and the sharpener. All right, you know, interesting stuff here. All right, so next thing here is the VIP. Okay, it's one card. All right. Oh, lifetime warranty. Have any issues, you can contact them. That's cool. Nice touch. Lifetime warranty. Brand Saga. All right, is this a card? Yeah, okay, this is a card. All right, so let's look at this. Okay, so this talks a little bit about the knife here. You can pause it to read it, and then we can pause it to read it here. All right, so basically, John Williams, our founder, was deeply ingrained, passionate. All right, so very cool. Little story there about John and everything. That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to read that later. We'll maybe talk about it in the review. All right, I should put this away. Does that go in there? It wasn't in there. Let's see, does it fit? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of thick. Maybe when it's packaged, it was thrown around. I'm going to put that in the box. All right, so I'm going to take these two things out. We're going to take a look. What's this first? Okay, this is the knives. All right, so we got the knives. What's this other thing? Ooh, this is a heavy. Oh, okay, let me drop that down. Okay, so this is the block, the knife block right here. Okay, and the knives. So let's look at the knife block first, because that's always kind of where you want to put your knives, right? So, all right, so let's open this up. What do we got in here? All right, so we got a nice wooden block. Okay, let's see if we can get this out. Okay, all right. So just a wooden block in that one. All right, we're gonna put that in there. Move the box over here. Okay, so nice wooden block. If you can see that, it's got the nice slits for the different things. That's cool. And what is this? Oh, it's a little sharpener. It's like a little, now I don't know if this is gonna give you exactly the 15, 20 degrees ones. So you see that? But it's kind of like a little sharpener. I mean, I guess if you're in a tight spot, and your wife really wants to cook something and you're not there to sharpen the knives like I have to in the house, she has something to sharpen with. All right, so that's kept on there nicely. That's a cool little attachment there. All right, nice wood. I love the grain on here. It's nice and rounded around, beautifully set in. Oh, it looks okay. So it looks like there's going to be steak knives, or at least a place for steak knives. And it looks like you're going to get 6 knives and maybe a sharpening stone or something. I don't know. And then let's look underneath. Oh yeah, okay, good. All right, so nice wooden little structure so it doesn't slide all around, right? But this is important. You gotta make sure you have slits on the bottom of your cutting block. So if you get a cutting block and there's none of that, it doesn't air out the blades, they'll rust, right? You wanna make sure it airs out and can dry out. So that's really cool. Oh, I like that, nice little touch there, like a chamfering there. Nicely rounded, it's a cool little block. Actually a nice looking block. I mean, that's pretty impressive. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so this is the knives. All right, so what do we got here? All right, so we got some knives in here. Oops, I'm getting caught up on my recording cord there. I want to make sure I don't unplug. Did we just throw it off balance? Let me just double check, make sure the camera didn't just shift. Okay, good, because I caught the cord. All right, so what do we got here? What's the first knife up here? All right, so what do we got? Okay, all right, so nice little protection there. All right. So is this a small bread knife or maybe a steak knife because it's all serrated? Does it come out? Okay, let's see. Nice little protection for the tip. Okay. All right, so I don't know if you can see that. That's X Pro 3, designed in New York, high carbon stainless steel. All right, and then right back here you've got the KnifeSaga logo. Looks like a pretty encased kind of a steel handle. Looks like almost like a full tang. It's either been welded together really well and then sealed. I like the handle. It's actually got a nice grip to it. So my Henkel knives have a similar handle, not exactly the same, but it's got that curvature, gives you nice control. It's not perfectly round so that you can control the cut, which is nice. I'm going to assume this is a steak knife, right? Looks like a steak knife. Usually it's serrations like that. Usually only the bread knife has a lot of serrations like that, so probably a steak knife. Steak knives will either be fully flat cut and then you have to sharpen a lot, or have these serrations. So now sharpening serrations, you need something that can go through the serrations and usually sharpen the backside. So that's how you do that. That's going to be a little different. So I'm going to guess, based on the fact that it's a steak knife, it's either going to go up here as one of these utility knives or here. So let's start off with the steak knife here. We'll do that. So let's put that in there. All right, so we'll move this over here for the first one. What do we got here? All right, so it looks like there's a plastic inside of there. So if we pull that out, there's Okay, so it's got a little protective covering. That's nice. All right. Oh, okay. It looks exactly like the other knife. Okay, so it looks like it's highly likely that this is a steak knife, and it's got the kind of same tip. Yeah, right? That is the same knife? Yeah, same knife. Okay. So these are probably the steak knives. So I'm going to guess this is a steak knife, which means they go down here, and we're going to put them in there. It looks nice. Let me show you what I'm doing. So I'm putting them over here in the steak knife area, which is going to look really nice down here at the bottom. I think that's pretty stinking cool. Fits nicely in there. Nice, easy access. All right, let's see, what do we got next here? All right, so another steak knife. So what I'll do is, if I hit all the steak knives, and I'm hoping they're all together at the top, I'm going to just kind of speed this up and put them away. So I'll speed this up. Ooh. All right, so I got all the steak knives in the first shot. I thought for sure I was going to grab a utility knife or something. Yeah, again, I really like the handles. I got to tell you that. The handles are nice. It's a nice contoured shape. I like the fact that it's stainless steel, so when you wash this, you're not going to get stuff in the... I have the Henckels, they have the professional, and they have the little points of connect, and sometimes you get stuff in there, and after a while, depending on how well somebody dries them, they're a little different. All right, so we have scissors. So we got scissors. All right. These are some pretty hefty scissors. Yeah, I got to tell you, those are big scissors. Look at that. Knife Joy over here. All right, so this, I believe, is a deboner. You like pull the meat off the bones or something. I like the little point here. Okay, so it does have like a flathead screwdriver with a wrench, with a bolt over here. So it means I can tighten and adjust these. I can also take them apart if I wanted to clean them and oil them and sharpen them. Typically, kitchen scissors, I oil them with mineral oil, because that's food safe, right? Unless you have another food safe kind of oil. I think KPL sells a food safe kitchen oil. That might be worth looking into as well. But mineral oil works too, right? That's what I use on my cutting boards. So very cool. Now I'm gonna guess if the scissors fit in here, that they're probably gonna go here. It's either that or sharpening stone. So let's see what, I'm gonna put them in here for now, because yeah, they do fit. So we're going to say maybe that's where they go. So I'm not sure if they're going to be a drawer accessory or not. All right, so let's see what we got here. Hopefully this is not another steak knife, because I've used all the steak knife spots, or else I'm wrong. All right, so this one is, all right, so I'm going to clean off the cloth on this one here. I got my fingerprints on there, or somebody, maybe when it was being packaged. Just, it looks really pretty. I mean, brand new, unused, right? So this is a straight edge, pretty sharp, yeah. Pretty sharp, nice thin edge, which you would expect. This looks like a utility knife, or a little paring knife or something. It's like a big paring knife, maybe. So very cool. So I'm gonna guess in the block saga here. Let me take the scissors out so you can see this. I'm gonna guess this either goes here or here, right? So let's go with this one first. We'll see. Well, I'm right-handed, so I always like to put them this way. My wife is left-handed. She'll switch it on me. Be a little competition. All right, so this feels like a big boy in here. So what do we got? All right, let's take this off and see what we got here. Ooh, this one has two things because it's got a sharp edge in the back too. Look at that. All right, so it's protecting it back here and here. Now, I have one of these, and these are great. I forget what you call these. So it's rounded a little bit, so when you do the cut, it's really cool. This right here allows food to separate. It gives you just enough oxygen, so like if you cut a tomato, it doesn't stick on there, or like a piece of cheese, you can actually pull it right off. This is a Japanese style of knife, and I have one of these, and I can't remember what it's called. So if I don't remember, I'm gonna put it right up here. That's the style of knife that I think it is, and hopefully it is, right? So, all right, now I gotta see the size of this one. This one looks pretty big, so I'm gonna guess on the cutting block, is it gonna be the top one maybe? Boy, it sure takes that one up pretty good. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be one of the top ones. All right, so let's see what do we have next here. All right, looks like another big knife. What do we got here? All right, so, all right, this looks like kind of like a, what we call a, oh golly, what's the term? Again, up here. I think it's like a deboning knife or something like that. Is that what you call it? Maybe this is actually a like when you cut like the turkey and the chicken. That's a big knife. That's a big boy knife there. Look at that nice thin edge. All right, the edge is a little off over here. All right, so I'd probably reprofile that. A little long on one side, a little short on the other. You know, I'm going to notice that. That's what I do with knives. I review knives, right? So that's something I would notice, and I'd probably want to re-apex. They did round the tip there a little bit, which is unfortunate, but that happens. So, I mean, I'm assuming these aren't hand done. This is probably in a machine, you know, and probably doing a whole bunch. But I like the handle. Nice big handle. What is this? Oh, my God. I don't want to say paring knife. It is it's like a slicer knife. It's when you... I got something on the blade. Anyways, I feel like an idiot. All right, so I'm gonna guess that this one goes maybe in one of these guys. Okay, so let me show you. It's a little shorter blade, so I'm gonna guess maybe here. Okay, it fits. It fits. All right. Didn't hit anything underneath. Oh, we got a little guy. I'm wondering if this is the paring knife. Every set always has what I call a paring knife, and yep, this is a paring knife. All right, so. Paring knife, this is when you're cutting your tomatoes, you're cutting like precision cuts, like let's say you cut strawberries and you're cutting the leaf out at the top. This is what that is, a nice little precision cut, nice sharp little edge on there for sure. And I can tell you it's sharp because look at this. We can shave with that, so that's always nice. So again, I like the handles. I do like the handles, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna guess that goes, just so you can see, I'm going to guess that's going to go over here. So far, I think that the scissors are going to remain there. So I got two things left, so far so good. Let's see what we got here. One of these is typically going to be a bread knife, and then the other one's going to be, I think they call that the slicer blade. That's what I think it is. It's when you're like, you know, slicing like a prime rib or something. All right, so let's see. It is the bread knife. So here is the bread knife that everybody needs in their set. That's a nice, big, bold blade. Oh, I love the handle on that. That's nice. Okay, all right, I gotta tell you, the other knife set was really good. And I think for the money for the other knife set, I think you're gonna get a great deal. So if your budget is limited, I suspect these are gonna be a lot more. So we'll see, I'll have a link down below, of course, in the description. This is my first impression, pretending I don't know anything about it, which I really don't. I wanted this to be raw and you know, fresh, and so, you know, I'll have some more information later on, and I'd love to hear your comments, what you guys think. If any of you guys have used these guys before, or know anything about them, share with me. I try to be completely, you know, fully disclose everything and be honest about it. And my first impression so far is not bad. It really isn't. I like these. I mean, this feels like it's going to be competitive up there to my Wusthoffs. I mean, it's made in China, so obviously it's going to be cheaper. It won't be, you know, where I would pay maybe $300-400 for a knife in Wusthof. Maybe this is going to be, I don't know, I'm guessing $100-150. I don't know. You know, for some of the bigger knives, the smaller knives, you know, we'll see. We'll have the link down below, but it feels pretty darn good so far. And now, oh yeah, that's nice and bitey. That's a good serration. So this should cut the bread well. Now I'm going to guess, oh, that next one looks like it might be a little bigger. I don't know. I'm going to see if it fits. I just don't want to put too big of a knife in a small spot. Oh yeah, that fits in there. Just barely. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to guess this is the next big knife. So we had, I want to say Katara, but it's not a Katania or Katara. It's a, golly, I can't remember the other one, but I already put a little thing up there for it. But let's see what this one is. All right, I'm going to start putting it back in there. All right, so this looks like a traditional chef's knife. This is what I would call a chef's knife. Your traditional American chef knife, or, you know, culinary chef knife, which is nice. I like chef knives. They're really great. They're big, but they're great because you can do a lot of, you know, chopping and stuff. Nice edge on there. Now that edge is much more even on this one. They did a good job on that one. Usually chef's knives are a little more expensive. You can see the milling. This is hand satin milled or machine satin. You can definitely see the milling pattern on there, coming down there for the sharpening. Again, I love the big bold handle. That is nice. That is nice. I hope that holds up really well. Feels like it does. I like the handle. I mean, it's beautiful, kind of, it's got enough texture. You're not going to lose it. It's like slippery. And I like that. It's got a, like a, I don't know, it's like a satin, but it's not. It's like a, it gives you some grip, and that's nice. That's nice. That's a big knife. All right, so the two biggest knives are going to be these. This one's great for chopping tomatoes, zucchinis, cucumbers. I love these knives, especially these little spots right here that allows them to separate. So I have one of these in a Wusthof. I have one of these in a Wusthof, and I love that. And I got to tell you, first impression, it just feels very similar. I mean, granted, you know, Wusthof, Germany, you know, you're paying a lot for the name, you know, and stuff. And I mean, I have a warranty and all the good stuff, but this feels pretty good. I gotta say, first impressions are good. First impressions are really good so far. So this is a long video. I'm gonna do a review, and that's gonna be me using the knife, asking my wife to use the knife and kind of give our impressions on this. But my impression so far is not bad. All right, so what I wanna put these away. So typically I put the butcher knife at the top, not the other one. So I'll put that, and then I'll put, it just bugs me and I can't remember what the name of that knife is. Really bugs me. So to be said. All right, so I put the chef's knife up here, and I put that Japanese style knife there. I'm gonna put the scissors right here because I think that's where they go. So as you can see, so let me get all this out of the way. Now I gotta save all of this because I suspect this is all going back, right? So I gotta repackage this when I'm done. But it certainly is a cool set, and I'm really excited to get to check this out and experiment with this. So very cool. Very cool. All right. Make sure I've got all the pieces. I'll make it easier to package back up. All right. Let me just get this out of the way so then we can look at the knife. We can talk a little bit more about the knife. I know it's a long video. Appreciate you guys enjoying this unboxing with me. But I don't want to zoom too far back because you can see the rest of the desk. But let me just say here, I'll bring it over like this. Let me just say this is pretty nice. I like, now I'm facing this way, the blade is coming up that way, so I feel like this is safer. It's not going to cut into the wooden block. It's got if you didn't see that, it's got a nice sharpener here so you can do some quick sharpening. That's a nice touch. I mean, it's not my favorite way to sharpen a knife, but if you're in a pinch, this is, honestly, this is a little bit better than using a honing rod, right? The honing rod, you've got to know what you're doing. And typically, this is a little easier to work for most people if you're not crazy aggressive and you just allow the blade to rest over the top of it. You don't want to push down. You want to allow it just to kind of quickly go over. It's not like I said, it's not my favorite way to sharpen. I like the big, bold scissors. Those are cool. I'm going to start putting the pieces out here. I think that's really cool. I like the chef's knife, the steak knives. These knives are pretty nice. Got some nice bite to them. I'm really excited. Man, I wish I had done this because we were doing steaks tonight. I wish I had opened this before we had dinner because I would have tried it on the steak and see how well it cuts. I do have a little leftover steak, so, and it's the filet mignon. So, yeah, so we may try that later. So I'm gonna put a couple of steak knives out there so you can see those. All right, then we've got our bread knife, which is a nice, and let me move this out of the way. So I'm gonna put, let's see how this is gonna work. This is gonna be a little tight. So we're gonna put this up here. I want you guys kind of see the whole full frame of it, right? I'm gonna put a couple of these steak knives down here. There still should be in the shot, right? I want to make sure I can try to get everything in. I just think it's cool to see everything out. I think you guys would enjoy that. I think it's nice. Then we got our paring knife, which is a great utility little tool here. And you can see it's smaller. And then you have sort of what's a prep knife. I don't know what you call it. I don't think it's a chef knife, but it's a prep knife. So now we're getting in the way of the bigger blades. So now I got to figure this out a little bit. So let's bring this over here. I don't know how I'm going to get them all in there. All right, I'm going to take one of the steak knives and put it back because I'm going to need the room. So, all right, and then we're gonna get our chef's knife. There's the bread. There's the chef's knife. So you can see that. Here's our Japanese style knife that I cannot for the life of me remember. Right? But this is a great knife. If you don't have one, they make smaller versions of this. I suspect these guys do too, but I always recommend the bigger little one are great. This looks like it's probably, is this a 7-inch? Right, this is a 7-inch. Yeah, it's a 7-inch. They make 4.5, 5.5-inch versions of these. Those are great too. I really like those a lot. And then this is what I would call a slicer. It's like when you're cutting brisket, you're cutting prime rib, you're cutting turkey and stuff like that. I hate that I cannot remember this. I feel like an idiot. All right, but that's a really nice one as well. So this right here, you know what? Let's put this over here because this is part of the set. And can we get, yeah, we can get the little guy in here as well. Then we can put a few of the steak knives over here so you can see the steak knives. All right. I'll get at least 3 of them, right? That'll be a nice little view of the steak knives, I think. So, come on. Come on. Maybe I can get 4. I just want you guys to see everything, right? I just want you to be able to kind of experience them all. I mean, normally you wouldn't display your kitchen culinary stuff like this. This is kind of a weird way. So I know one of my subscribers, he's an actual chef. So if Chef Rocky's watching, let me know your thoughts, what your first impression seeing this video is. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, I use Wusthof Henkel. It feels pretty premium in hand. This stuff feels pretty premium in hand. I don't know if you have more insight into this company and you know anything about them, but so far, my first impression is good. It's really is good. I mean, I like it. I mean, I'm not hating this at all. I think I can get them all in here. Maybe if I face this one the other way, it can kind of sort of overlap like this. Yeah, that's cool. Now I can show you all the knives. And so here we go. At least you can see them all. There we go. I don't want, yeah, there you go. All right, so this is the full set. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that perfectly in there. So you got 6 steak knives, which I think are pretty nice. I like the handles. These handles are they feel like my Henkel Pro, and it's got that nice shape to them. So I really do enjoy that. And if you think, they're not copying, I mean, that's a style I've seen in a lot of other companies, right? There's no patent on a grip, but this is a grip that obviously works and is very comfortable. You got a paring knife. I think this is sort of a prep knife. I don't know what you call this. I wish I could remember what the stupid knife is called. And then you've got, again, I want to call it a slicer, but I think there's another name for this particular knife. And then you got your chef knife, and then you got your bread knife. So very, very nice little set. I'm pretty impressed with this. Again, this is, where'd my little card go? Did I throw it in the box? All right, so this is from KnifeSaga, and I'm pretty impressed with this. I got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with this. So, they have a whole brand story. They have the user manual, VIP. I like that. And if you're curious about this, you can obviously pause and look in on this. But yeah, very cool, very cool. We'll see how well they are as far as sharpen wise. No knife is ever sharp enough for me personally. I tend to make them crazy sharp. I don't like just sharp. And then my wife gets spoiled with that because I like to be able to go through a tomato and cut like a layer thin, like a see-through transparent layer. I enjoy that, probably a little too much. But very cool, KnifeSaga. This is the X3 Pro series. This definitely seems like a very nice series. So sorry this is a long video, but man, I was really excited to check this out. Got these right before Blade Show, and I just came back and I wanted to make sure I get this video out to you guys. Have so many things in the queue, so I see if I can squeeze this in before some of the other ones that I'm doing and I have to get out. But as soon as you see this, love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Did I just do that? Did I ding that? That's about right. Well, when you use these, you're going to get dings on them. And so my wife's going to use them. So hopefully she won't ding them up too much because I think I have to send them back. But this will probably be like a user test thing that they're going to send around. Maybe this will go to another reviewer. I don't know. We'll see. Very cool, though. Very, very cool. I'm pretty excited to check these out. I kind of dig the whole look of this thing. It's pretty good. I'm kind of curious what the price is. We'll have that link for that down in the description. Love to find out a little bit more about them. But my first impression is pretty good. I like it. I'm not a pro. I'm not a chef. I don't know. I don't regularly review chef's knives. I don't know, the quality and made in China, made in America, made in Germany. I don't know all of that stuff. Made in Japan. I don't know all of that. I know I can't afford the really fancy made in Japan, made in Germany, the really high-end ones. Some of those knives are probably, one knife is probably twice the price of like a really nice knife set, even from Wusthof or KnifeSaga here. I just think, some of those knives are really crazy expensive. And if that's your profession and you got the money and you love to do it, then by all means, right? I mean, I have some pretty crazy knives, right? So I get it. It's what you love and what your passion is. So, but I think you could do well with this. I think this would be a nice knife set for sure. So definitely would be a great gift sort of set for like a wedding or something, I think. I don't know. I dig it. Sorry, a lot of rambling there. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, or worthwhile,
would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, allows the channel to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. And, you know, get to check out things like this where, you know, a knife manufacturer calls me up and says, hey, check this out. I would thank you for you guys. I appreciate you guys out there so much because you allow me to do some of this stuff and then share these experiences with you. And I can just tell you my honest opinion. All right. My honest opinion. All right. So there you go. And I want to just say a big thank you to you guys who watch the videos, who like the videos, and who ultimately subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. And if you haven't already, hit that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content like this video. And to all my channel members, a big, huge shout out. Thank you. Thank you for your support from all the way when the channel started to now. I appreciate you guys. And a small way for me to say thank you to channel members, I do a once a month channel member giveaway. And it's usually a really nice knife because the memberships have been very generous. And so I want to make sure I'm generous back to you guys. And so I always try to look for better than just a budget knife, a little nicer knife to make sure I give you guys away. Something that I think hopefully you would want to keep in your collection or own. So even for some of you guys who own some pretty nice ones, I know some of you guys do because you allow me to check them out. So I just want you to know that's my small way to say thank you to you guys. I appreciate you. And if you've been on the fence and you thought, hey, I'd like to become a channel member, I would love to have you. I'd be honored. Check out the description down below. There's 3 different tiers. I have very entry level and to a little more premium. I mean, it's not premium by other channel standards, but it's premium for my channel, right? And for every new channel member, if you're a brand new channel member, or if you've been a channel member for a while and you're still a channel member now and you've never asked me for a sticker, if any of you guys email me with your name and address, I'd love to send you a channel sticker. It's my way to say thank you as well to the channel members. And if you became a knife nut, an uber nerd, which is the top tier, you get a special exclusive sticker. I just want you to know about that. So email me and tell me if you're an uber nerd, if you haven't already. All right, so that's my way to say thank you to you guys. And also, if you haven't already, check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.